Afternoon? Well, it's afternoon here anyway. It's morning when I upload this on YouTube. Right, look at this, a bit of yellow. I got my yellow submarine out. We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow hedge trimmer. A yellow hedge trimmer. I got my Bomford out. I'm going hedge trimming. Not today. Right. So, let me just stand here a sec. Got my hedge trimmer out of storage. Got it out this morning. Me and my brother put it on the linkage. What a pain that is. I always hate putting it on the tractor. So, before I go hedge trimming, I got to get the thing greased up, because you know what it's like, you put these things away, you forget about them, and then you think, oh, I couldn't be bothered to do it, and then something has seized up. So you need to do that beforehand. So I'm going to get that going in a minute. Before I go and get my grease thing though, I just thought I'd say, just give you a couple of updates. Firstly, relief milkers. So I put a thing out the other week about looking for relief milker. I had quite a few people contact me, really kind messages from people that were a long way away. Some people said they'd come down and help for the weekend. You know, some guy from Cornwall and Newcastle, I think. So thanks for those people that offered help. I have found a couple of local people. It's always better to be local, to be honest, because you know what it's like. It's 6 in the morning, it's all right now, it's a lovely sunny day, but when it's flipping January and frozen and you've got to drive an hour, it's no good, is it really? Things can go wrong. So I'd rather try and get local people. But thank you for everyone who contacted me. And I have a few people I've still got on details. But yeah, and Tim's sort of gradually starting to recover. I hope we'll get him back here probably 4 or 5 months time, but that depends how things heal on his break. He had a nasty break on his leg, 2 broken bones, and he's had steel rods put down through it as well. He's hell of a lovely bloke, hell of a character. I've been to see him in hospital, so we'll see him, hopefully see him back on the farm soon. I hurt my arm this morning. I got squashed by a heifer when I was tying it up for AI. So Mrs. C's probably going to see a nice bruise on my right arm. You know, one of those things where you think, oh, that doesn't really matter, and then later on you think, Christ, that was actually quite dangerous, because it flipped his head round and just wedged me on against a metal upright, and my arm, because it's quite tough, if you like, I didn't think too much of it, but it started to ache quite a bit. I'll have a flipping map of Gibraltar or something on there later. I mean, a big bruise, I better go yellow and horrible. Right. Can't be as horrible as that trike mine I made. Bloody hell, that was grim. How does anyone eat that stuff? Some people like it, don't they? I know people said. Funky Farmer recipe book, that's going in there if I ever make one. I know I'll do a Funky Farmer recipe book. It'd be full of weird stuff, wouldn't it? And a little bit of me chucking stuff in. And someone else suggested that. They said you ought to do a Funky Farmer recipe book. I might do that one day. I might do. If I keep going on the cooking, maybe when I get retirement, I'll do a Funky Farmer recipe book. Right, let's have a look at this then. Enough yak. We'll do some more yak in a bit. So I got grease points here. I always forget where they all are, look. There's one up there, look. There. Where we got some more down here. Oh look, they've got a helpful little arrow thing there. Grease there. Grease there, look. I love finding nipples, don't you? There's a nipple. Right. Anyway, there's some more. There are some more. I think. Oh, that's the worst bit. That always gets filled out. There's another grease nipple there. Look. This always gets chocolate, doesn't it? Look at that. I'm gonna be careful. I'll get a flipping massive thorn in my fingers. Right. There's another grease nipple there. Look. And one there, and one there. There's 3 there. Is there one there? Yes. You start remembering where they are after a while. One there. Right. I'm going to get a grease gun, and then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to extend the arm out. Oh, this sun's bright, isn't it? I'm not moaning about it though. It's bloody lovely, that bit of sun. Right. I'm going to stretch that out, because it's better if it's stretched out. This camera, I'm replacing this camera. Next film, hopefully I'll have a new camera. I got a bit, can you see that just there? Just there, look. A bit of dust behind the lens, and now everywhere I move, there's a spot. Can you see that? Honestly, I've destroyed so many cameras on this farm just from the lens being... You know me, I use a camcorder, I like it. That's what no iText stuff here, I use a little Sony camcorder. But the dust on the farm gets behind it and then it reflects the light and makes a funny pattern. Look, I can see it now, look, there it is. A little blob. Can you see that? Where is it? There. And it's on the inside of the lens, so I can't actually, unless I strip the camera down, I ain't got the skill for that. It's knackered it. Right, let's go and get the grease gun. Pumpy pumpy. Right, so I have got my doodah here. Everyone's got to have a doodah, haven't they? This thing is older than me. My dad had it. I really need to invest in some new kit, don't I? That's a bit... Oh, actually. I haven't used this for a while. You can tell it's seized up. I think I need a new grease gun, really. God, I'm taking a bit... God, I feel a bit worn out, to be honest. It just... Well, I haven't had a day off for a month because of the lack of relief milkers. We're just getting into the routine with them now, but you know, it's like you've still got to do some work with them. You can't just leave them to it when they first start. And when you start early every morning, it's almost like jet lag. By the end of the day, I'm starting to feel a bit tired. Right, I'm just going to put this, stretch this out, and then we'll do a bit of greasing. Should we grease it up, baby? Come on, let's go. Right, okie dokie. Right, okay. Oh,
you can't wave them.
Turn that off. All right. So basically, what I got to do is I stretch it out. Oh, just dropped my grease gun off the thing. What was I thinking? Putting it on there. There you go. That's maximum length. In fact, I wonder if I'd be better off doing it like... No. I'm just thinking aloud. Like, I'm just using my controls here. Let me put those down. Right, let's turn that off. Oh, actually, another job I didn't do. Look, where are they? I got these replacement rubbers to go on here. Look, can you see these? The rubbers turned all brittle and they split. They don't really do a lot. Look, that one's... Look, that one's... It's like concrete. I bought these, these were blooming expensive at the time. I ain't got a price on it. Gator 3, carriage 1. Bought these, when did they got a date on them? No. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, see if there's a date of when I bought them. Found a bit of date. These are blooming genuine parts. I didn't want genuine parts. I would have liked fake parts because they're bloody dear. Right, 31st of the 1st, 2022. Do you know what I did? I actually bought these, I think, when I got to near the end of hedge trimming, thinking I'll fit them when I finish hedge trimming, and I haven't done it, but they're sat there. I'll have to do that when we finish hedge trimming this year, which is I reckon these are about 40 odd quid. They were just, I don't know, threw money away there, didn't I, really? I probably would have been better off buying a new grease gun. Right, let's get out. Oh, bit of dust there. More dust in my throat than on the lens. Right, now then, let's get on the grease. There we go. Oh, there's another one up there, look, that's all gunked up. Ew. That's well gunky. That's a gunky monkey, that one. Ew. Right, okay, let's get the grease gun going. You can see why this is the bit that gets neglected on jobs like this, because do you know what, I just want to get on and get hedge trimming, and you sort of think, oh, I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to get me grease gun out and do this. Boring, isn't it? Boring. Greasing machinery, boring. But gotta be done. Right, let's crack on. I think there must be about 4 or 5 more to do. Right, getting down this bit. I can't even remember where the grease nipple is. Down here somewhere, isn't it? Anyone know where the grease nipple is down here? You know, I've never had a problem finding nipples in my life. But I have at the moment. Does that come with old age? There it is. There it is. Still got it. Still got it. Right. Let's get in there. Oh. Right. Oh, that's a tricky one. It's just easy. It's just be easy to just not bother, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's the trouble. Oh. That's not great in there. I hate that. Right. I'm not sure how old this machine is. It's pretty old now. I've had it a long time. I must have had it 20 years. I'll tell you what, you can tell how old something is by the phone number on it. Look at that. There's not even a 1 in front of that. 09134, that should be an 01. They put a 1 in ages ago. So that tells you pretty well how old this is. If anyone knows when they put 1s in front of phone numbers, you can look that up. Tell me, because that'll tell me how old this machine is probably. Pre whatever they put 1s on. Right. I reckon that's all the greasing done there. Bar 1, I think I got to pick it up and have a look at the flails. That's the other thing as well, the flail shot. I got a feeling I should have really sharpened the flails. Oh, I haven't got the time. I'm flipping behind this year anyway. Anyway, let's have a look. What do we reckon then? You tell me whether you think these need sharpening or not. Some of you are better acquainted at this than me. I think I sharpened them about a year ago. I think they've still got a bit of an edge on them. They're not as bad as they could be. Maybe, yeah, I think maybe I sharpened them last year. Did I sharpen them? Anyone know? I think they're not. I got a feeling they look to me like I've done my Funky Farmer sharpening them on about a year ago. Let's just check the motor's all right. There's one grease nipple I missed here. Where is it? It's underneath. Oh, it's that one there, look. I need to flip it up the other way. Right. And I've still got to get this rubbish out of here. Look at that. I'm worried about putting my fingers in there because of all the thorns. I'll just leave it. Right. Let's flip that back up to get that last grease nipple. Let's do it. Let's do it. There it is, just hiding under there, look. Done these. You can see the grease is squirted out there, that's a good sign. Right, let's just do that one. Look, flipping holly leaf from last year on there. Let's get and do that one. Well, I think that's all the greasing done now. Get a better view of this in the light now here. Well, we'll see how they go with these flails. The greasing, I think I've done all that. Come on, girl, don't let me down. I must admit, every year I do this, when I finish, I'm always, do you know what? It's always a relief. I'm always looking for something that's going to fail on it, because I don't want to tempt fate, but it's really old now. But then I do 60 acres of hedge trimming a year, roughly. That's 60 acres of farm, and that's not 60 acres of hedges. So that's it. That's it. All I do. I'm not doing hundreds of acres on a contracting basis, so I can sort of, you know, keep this going. Hopefully. I wonder whether I'll just take it a run in the field and see. Should we do that? To the bottom orchard. This is top orchard. All these farms have these really technical names, don't they? Top orchard, which is near the house. Bottom orchard, which is at the bottom of the top orchard. When I was a kid, it had trees in it, but they've all died apart from 2 now. Maybe if they bring out some new schemes when they've sorted out the environmental things, I might put an orchard back in here like I did on the other side. I'd like to do that. It's just a matter of time and effort. That might be something where I get some people to help me on that. But unfortunately, like everything, it's got to pay, hasn't it? You know, I'm running a commercial business, not a farm that can all be just fluffy and nice. It's really difficult because all the things you'd like to do aren't necessarily compatible with actually making a living. It's interesting, isn't it? Life. Watch a lot of stuff on the news about doing environmental stuff, but actually, do you know what? You've got to try and make a living. Right, let's crack on with this then. Oh my flipping arm. Oh, that's quite hard going on there. Right, PCO on. 540. It's just a demo run really. I'm not necessarily going to do a lot today. I got a lot of this to do, so today's just a real trial out. And you know, I do my thing with 2nd year growth. The thing is, if I don't get it done this year, that'll be 3rd year growth, which is makes it very hard to cut there. So I've really got to get it done this year. I can't leave it at 3rd year. Annual hedge trimming much tidier and easier, but they say apparently not as good for wildlife. Because I'm paid for the stewardship agreement, do it every 3 years. I do it. Right. Just remember what a problem it is actually hedge trimming late afternoon. The flipping sun is so low. Can you see that across there? It's in my eyes all as I go up this way, so I can go down the field all right, easy enough. But going up the field, I've got the sun right in my eyes there. Really difficult to see. Anyway, here you go, carry on. Just stop, coming to check the wall, and look, the troublemakers are here. All right, good day at school?
Yeah.
Are you doing a little TikTok video then, Harry?
Yeah.
Thought so. Oh look, the dog's barking. So just update on the wall, I wasn't planning to be here, but I've cleared this section. That's the middle insert stones there, that's the big outside stones. The boys are going to help me to clear this.
Are we?
February half term.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Your job is to help me do this. Is that alright?
Yeah.
You know how big are your muscles? Can you lift these stones?
Yeah.
If you're really lucky, eh?
My muscles are always bigger than Harry's.
Your muscles are always bigger than Harry's. One day
Yeah, well,
Harry.
he's 3 years older than
I
me.
know.
Harry will never ever be stronger.
How do you know that? I tell you what, we're gonna have to get you arm wrestling.
I will actually.
What happens when you're 20 and he's bigger muscles than you?
Won't be.
You never know. Right. I'll see you soon, boys. You go back and go and see the dog. Cheers.
Yeah.
Crack on. Right. Good people, you are watching the Funky Farmer starting hedge trimming 2023. I am going to be doing some more video on this another day, so I'm going to sign off now. Because this is really, I just want to get on with this and try and do a proper job. So I'll leave you to it, alright? Crack on.